I welcome you back again to another video lecture on C++ programming, and in this video lecture we'll go ahead and look at multidimensional arrays. So arrays that start from one number tends to n numbers. What I mean n numbers is you have an array of a type, okay? And the type can be anything, integer, float, char, or string, okay? So an array of a type with array name, okay, we say array name. Now, what makes it a multidimensional is that it has different sizes. It can start from, let's say, size 1 to size 2, and this tends to size n. Okay, it tends to size n, which makes it a multidimensional. Like say for instance, I will have an example of a type int, and the array name be hello, okay, and it can be of every first row and column of maybe 4 rows, 5 rows, and 3 columns. And it can be of more and more. We can add many of these. So this makes it a multidimensional arrays. Okay, it contains to anything else. So this exists, but we're going to look at a simple example of this multidimensional array. Let's say just 2-dimensional arrays. Okay, let's create an element of 2-dimensional array, and we're going to access that using columns and index. So let's say it's going to be of a int, let's call that int num, and it's going to have about 6 columns, 6 rows, and then it's going to have 2 columns. Alright, so this is the array you're going to create right now, and that is going to be equal to 6 rows and 2 columns. So without writing this here, let's minimize this and then come over here and do that right on our program so we can be able to run this and check it out. So first of all, I'm going ahead and call int num, and this will help us to int num. Wow, okay. And it's an array of 6 rows and 2 columns. And that is equal to, let's go ahead and put those things right there. So let me say the first one is a 0, 0 for a comma. N. The next one is a 1, 2 for a comma. Then we have 2 and 4. Then we have the sum of that to give you the next one. The next one is 4 and 8. And the next one is 5 and 10. Sorry, 5 and 10. Alright. So if you check it out, this is the first row, second row, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. And each of these rows have 2 columns each. Alright, they have 2 columns. So this is an array with 6 rows and 2 columns. So we're going to output each of the array's elements. And for us to do that, let's go ahead and use a for loop to output each of the array elements. So I'm going to say, let's go ahead and declare, press semicolon right at the end of this. Let's declare some other variables of int x, comma, and y, and place semicolon at the end. So let's go right inside here and create a for loop. I'm going to say for x equal to 0, press semicolon, and x less than or equal less than 6, press semicolon, then x increment. So that is for the row. Then for the column, we go ahead and say for y equal to 0, press semicolon, and y less than 2, press semicolon, then y increment. So we go ahead and say cout. Let's go ahead and print out the results. So I'm going to say num. So num right, so I want to put in, close this here and open this. So I believe the result will help you to understand what we are doing. Then we go ahead and close that right in there. So put a semicolon. So this is going to help also print the rows and the columns. Okay. So to print out results, we go ahead and say cout. Cout num x and y. Alright, num x and y. Then you go ahead and close that. So let's go ahead and run this code and check out the results of these. So you see that how there is nothing printed out on this row, these columns. So why is that empty? Let's check out why that is empty. So that is empty because here there is no x. Alright, so there is no x right here. So let's go ahead and print x. Alright, so x will be right inside this box, and then y is right inside this box. So you can give demarcation if you want, but that's not given demarcation is an array of x and y. Go ahead and run this code and check it out. Alright, so num of 0 and 0 is equal to 0, and num of 0 and 1 is equal to 0. So num of 1 and 0 is equal to 1, and num of 1 and 1 is equal to 2. Num of 2 and 0 is equal to 2, and num of 2 and 1 is equal to 4. And that is how it goes to get to 10, right? So that is an array of two-dimensional array. Go ahead and put this down on your system. So play around with it, and there are many other ways to create arrays of two-dimensional ways, of multi-dimensional arrays. So this is just one of its examples. So you can make more of them, and then you go ahead and try them out and play around with them. And in case if you have any question, please go ahead and use the question and answer section, and I'm going to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video lecture.